There's 3 steps we talk about at Strategic Treasure. A payment assessment. This is something we do, all the time as we go through and take a complete inventory of all the payment flows or processes, look and see where there are exposure points. Is a third party involved? Are there places where payment files or payment information is exposed? What are those areas? Identify all the points of weaknesses. What are the compensating controls? How do you fix those to move towards a leading practice? So payments assessments are something that every company should do, whether you use a third party or you do it internally. You should be looking at these at least every couple of years, That should be the bare minimum, because things change, activities change, and these are points of exposure. It doesn't take much to look through and do an assessment of your payment practices. Second is payment security training. Cybersecurity training is useful. It's a must. But anybody involved in payments should have payment-specific security training with videos, testing. And this should be conducted consistently, at least every year, and cycling some things through more regularly, so that there's new courses and new training pathways that help make sure that all of your humans are upgraded, the human firewall. We have one example of that. Strategic Treasure has Secure Treasury. It's really all about payments and payment security and payment security training. And this is the area of strengthening people in that process, right? The assessment looks at everything, particularly the processes. Payment security training looks at how are people ready. On the penetration testing side, this is not cyber penetration testing that we're talking about, where they're trying to get through your firewall into the company's information. This is payment penetration testing. This is a service that we do, where we look to find areas of weakness, to gather information, to capture it, and not in a way that's going to create a loss, but in a way that will detect issues that not everyone is ready to do an assessment, though I think everyone should do an assessment. But if you want to be tested in the real world environment, to go from, in theory, I think we're great. In reality, we gave up too much information. We're exposed in this area, and have a specific action list. This payment penetration testing tends to focus people and focus management on, we do have real tests. It's not just things could be better, our security could be better. We have significant vulnerabilities of information, of people, of processes across the board. So from assessments, looking at the entire process and having action lists to move, to training people with payment security training, or having, let's put to a test, not just ask about things and create an assessment, but let's put that training to the test.